Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for the weekend, May 21st and 22nd, 2016. And for your Saturday and Sunday, we're going to start off with the coastal storms first on Saturday. Now, this is not going to be as intense for some areas as others, and I really don't think it's going to be intense in general across the coverage area. But you'll have one area low pressure moving up through the Ohio Valley, a second one forming just off the Carolina coastline. This one here is going to weaken as it comes to the northeast. It's going to have some precipitation with it. That's all this out in front of it. But this is going to transfer its energy to this area low pressure, which is going to become the primary and then strengthen as it moves off to the northeast. So that's what's going on. But we were concerned yesterday in yesterday's video about a little bit of dry slotting in the middle. And when this kind of transfer takes place, that's exactly what we think is going to end up happening. Here you can see this on this particular model, still heaviest right along our southeastern areas, and that's in the area closest to this area low pressure as it's moving off to the northeast. But you see some dry slotting coming in the middle here between the area low pressure to the west that is now weakening significantly as it transferred its energy to this one. This happens a lot in this kind of transfer situation where you get dry slotting in the middle. Now, when I say dry slotting, that does not mean dry. I had a lot of comments about that. People are confused that watched the video yesterday. Said when I was saying dry slotting, like, oh look, things are going to be great. It's going to be dry. No, it's not dry. It's dry slotted, which means the precipitation in the middle here will either be could be cut off at some point. We could just be dealing with cloudy skies at some points during this process, but you will just have lighter precipitation versus heavier that's occurring down here. That's what we mean by dry slot. You get some dry air that works its way into the middle of these two systems when these transfers occur. So you see, you still have some rain and rain showers that occur from this, and that'll occur right into the evening hours, we think, on Saturday. So this is kind of like an all-day rain event, but for some areas there's going to be much to do about nothing, and other areas are going to be pretty hard hit. And I think those are going to be for Philadelphia and points south and east is where we're going to be dealing with that. Eastern New Jersey, especially southern New Jersey and Delaware, they're probably going to get hit pretty hard as far as total precipitation, probably going over an inch of total rainfall in that area. Now we get into Sunday. Actually, before we do that, let's go over the NAM here. I want to show you what this is doing. This is the latest NAM model, and it's going to basically come up in two waves. Here's the main wave with that area low pressure, and you can't really see the L's on here, but here's that first area low pressure. Another one starting to develop right down here near the Carolina coastline. This one here is transferring energy to this one here, and that's going to take over as the coastal. So that's what we're doing with this. But the NAM has finally come in line and shown that, voila, weaker precipitation here. Focus of this energy is going to be for southeastern areas. And look what happens. You get that dry slotting in the middle that's been shown on the European model all week, and to some extent the GFS. And our heaviest accumulations of rain are down here to the southeast, and you got some on the far northwestern side of rain. So you see the NAM is doing the same thing. Again, Philadelphia and points southeast, heaviest rain. That's what I think is going to end up happening. This is look at 5 p.m. And then 8 p.m. it's stuck over New Jersey. But to see that middle area, some of these guys in the middle and parts of eastern PA, northeastern PA are going to be like, what storm? Because there's really not going to be too much going on except for a few showers. Now, I do say dry slotted again. That just means not as wet as this. It does not mean it's going to be cut off. You're not getting any rain in these central areas, but you will get a break where that dry slotting occurs. So let's go back to the global models and go further from this point. And we're going to show you Sunday. Now, we do have some wraparound showers. These are instability showers that will take place here on Sunday. There's an upper level low feature that's sitting right over top of the area. You can't see it on this image because this is a surface map, not 500 millibars. But there is a upper level low that's sitting right over the area here on Sunday. We'll move offshore and be just offshore here on Monday. So we have some wraparound showers that are going to be occurring, and these are going to be focused mainly away from the Pennsylvania-New Jersey border. So out towards central PA will be the highest area that stands the highest chance of receiving those instability showers. This can be created by the difference in temperature, by very cold mid and upper level temperatures from 5,000 feet up and points up, and warmer surface temperatures. That difference in temperature is going to create these instability showers, diurnal stratocumulus, and we'll have those showers pop up during the day and evening on both days. This is a look at Sunday here, and then we get into Monday. You get another shot in basically the same area here for some of those instability showers. So we get to Tuesday, we're going to have a lesser of a chance of that. Very far eastern areas, maybe eastern and northeastern, could have a stray shower out of this, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal here on Tuesday. We're probably going to be turning partly cloudy for most areas as winds come in from the west and start pushing things along. And then we're going to get into a kind of a mini heat wave, and we're not going to be in the 90s, but we're going to be pretty close a couple days as we get into later next week. We're going to have a warming trend that's going to go through Thursday, Friday. Let's get into that now to show you what we're looking at. This is a look at Thursday's highs, projected highs. These are mid to upper 80s possible in some areas across the coverage area. So we're going to warm up here on Tuesday. We're getting into the middle to upper 70s in some locations. And then when we get to Wednesday, we'll get well into the 80s, upper 80s by the time we get to Thursday, maybe Friday, Saturday of next week. A long way to go here yet, but looks like as we get closer, more and more confidence it's going to be very warm, and we're going to finally get some sustained consecutive days of warmth, not just one and done like we've had over the past couple of weeks. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for the weekend, May 21st and 22nd, 2016. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.